बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. Welcome devotees to all of you who have joined us here in person, online. We begin our service with our normal opening prayer. I would like you to let's all assume an attitude of prayer and we join together. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Saraswatyaye Namah. Om Shanno Mitraha Sham Varunah Shanno Bhavata Aryamah Shanna Indro Brihaspati Shanno Vishnu Rukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaskevaya Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvakaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Varnanamartha Sanghanam Rasanam Chandasahamapi Mangalanam Chakartaru Vande Vani Vinayako Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Sita Ramachandraye Namo Namah. बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र की बैठ जाइए. प्लीज बी सीटेड डिवोटीज. Devotees, we will proceed with our chaupais, followed by Bara Akshar Mantra, while puja would be performed. प्रवेशी नगर कीजे सब काज हृदय राखी कौशलपुर राज रथ चरि सिया सहित दू भाई अवधहि शिर नाई जाके सुमिरन तेरी पुनाश नाम चतुहन वेद प्रकाश भरन पोषण कर जोई कर नाम भरत अस होई जब तेरा राम रामा जब तेरा राम ब्याही नव मंगल रखा धर्म में असरत जाती जीतन कहन कतूरी पुताती जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम राम जय जय सीता राम जय जय राम वह शोभायु समझ सुख कहतन बने खगेश वरने शारद शेष सुती सोरस जान महेश सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम बंदो पवन कुमार खलबन पवक ज्ञान घन जासु हृदय आगर बस ही राम शरचापधर 12 अक्षर मंत्र ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो 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 भगवते वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय बोले श्री वासुदेव भगवान की जय. We concentrate on again, Dev. Take up flower princess. Concentrate on again. Om ang jwalit mukhi arun mata varun pita Shandil gotra pavaka namagni devai namostute. Om agach deva devesha tejo rasi jagatpate kriyamanang maya pujang grihan surasattama. Om nana ratna samayuktam kartha swara vibhushatam asanam deva devesha pricharitam pratigrihitam. Brahmagnaye namah avahayami sthapayami pujayami. Water on 3 times. Om Gangaschaiva Godavari Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhi Kuru Shuddho Dakshnanam Samarpayami. Gayatri Mantra Jap 5 times. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha. Om Prajapati Swaha, Idam Prajapati Idam Namama. Om Indraye Swaha, Idam Indraye Idam Namama. Om Agnaye Swaha, Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Sumaye Swaha, Idam Sumaye Idam Namama. Om Bhu Swaha, Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha, Idam Vayavi Idam Namama. Om Swaha Swaha, Idam Suryaye Idam Namama. Gajanan Swami. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha.
Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha.
Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah.
Om Hrim Srim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. 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 Om Hrim Srim Chandikaya Namah
Karima.
Om Krim Kalyai Namah Swaha. 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 Om Krim Kalyai Namah Swaha.
Mahalakshmi Ma.
Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. 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 Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah
Saraswati Ma.
Om Shri Hrim Saraswati Swaha. Om Shri Hrim Saraswati
12 अक्षर मंत्र। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायण भगवान। ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा।
ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय स्वाहा।
ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः।
ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः स्वाहा। 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 ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः स्वाहा।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा।
ओम श्री अगिनदेवाय स्वाहा। श्री इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा। कुलदेवाय स्वाहा। अष्टांगदेवाय स्वाहा। ग्रामदेवाय स्वाहा। वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा। सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवी भ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। मृत्युंजय मंत्र जाप। बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की। ओम हौम ओम जूम ओम सह।
ओम भूर् ओम भुवः ओम स्वः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ओम स्वः ओम भुवः ओम भूर् ओम स्वः ओम जूं ओम हौं ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। ओम हौं ओम जूं ओम सः ओम भूर् ओम भुवः ओम स्वः ओम त्र्यंबकं
Take neem leaf. Alright. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Offer Google black tea sugar mixture. Sprinkle around. Om Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Very good. Achman. Om Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Grahitam Purushottamaha Brahmagnaye Namaha Achmanam Samarpayami. Take a flower and fan the fire towards the murtis 5 times. Om Banaspati Rasodbhuto Gandhadhyo Gandha Uttama Agheyang Sarva Devanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam Brahmagnaye Namah Dhupam Samarpayami. Bow to the flame. Alright. Take a flower, we concentrate on Mahalakshmi Ma. Om Namostestu Mahamaye Sri Pithe Surpujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Namaste Garurarudhe Kola Surbhayankari Sarva Papahare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Sarvagye Sarva Varade Sarva Dushta Bhayankari Sarva Dukhare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Shvetambardhare Devi Nana Lankara Bhushite Jagat Sthite Jagan Matar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karutu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Dinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Om Shri Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. Boliye Shri Mahalakshmi Mata ki jai. Fix it by the day. On top of it, bow to the flame. All right, so devotees, we will proceed. We will glorify Bhagavan Shankar. And as I mentioned this morning, we are going to do, at least for this first part of the year, Ramayana Katha for the final time. After today, we may focus on Bhagavan Shankar. But in any case, we concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Devotions are incomplete unless we worship Shivaji. So it is said. So we all concentrate on Bholinath, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar. Let's put our voices together. Om Hari 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 Haratum Haradam Pyah Bhakto ke hitkar. Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Shiva Om Hari 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 Haratum Haradam Pyah Bhakto ke hitkar. Hari Hari Haratum Haradam Pyah Bhakto ke hitkar. Okay. हर तेरो नाम, हर तुम हरदम प्यार, भक्तों के हितकार। हरि हरि हर तुम हरदम प्यार, भक्तों के हितकार। तेरो जटा में गंगा विराजे, तेरो जटा में गंगा विराजे, तेरो गले में मुंद की हार, हर तुम हरदम प्यार, भक्तों के हितकार। हरि हरि हर तुम हरदम प्यार, भक्तों के हितकार। तेरो आसन है पद्म भगवान, ओ तेरो आसन है पद्म भगवान, सर्वशक्तिमान, तू ही है सर्वशक्तिमान, हर तुम हरदम प्यार, भक्तों के हितकार। शिवाय पाहि माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय रक्ष माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय पाहि माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय रक्ष माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय पाहि माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय रक्ष माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय पाहि माम् ॐ नमः शिवाय रक्ष माम् हे हर शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ उमापति शिव भोलेनाथ ओम शिव शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ नीलकंठ हर दीनानाथ भूषण शिव गौरीनाथ ओम अहिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ ओम परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ हे परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ गिरिजारंगा परमानंदा समाधि बंधना हे गिरिजारंगा परमानंदा समाधि बंधना ओम महिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ ओम अहिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ ओम परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ ओम परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ गिरिजारंगा परमानंद समाधि प्रिय गंगानाथ हे गिरिजारंगा परमानंद समाधि प्रिय गंगानाथ Ganpati Mahadeva ki jai. Devotees, I'm going to take a part of Ramayana as we call it, but this part of Ramayana we're going to read from is not, or was not composed by Goswami Tulsidas ji. So it is not considered to be part of Sri Ramcharitamanas. But it relates to what happened coming towards the end of the avatar. And Tulsidas, the bhakt that he was, he wouldn't want to focus upon such a separation that took place coming towards the end of the avatar. So Tulsidas' Ramayana stopped at the end of Uttarkand. So this is Ram Ashwamedh Laukushkand. Little part of this part of Ramayana I'm going to present to you, so we can look and see what happened coming towards the end of the avatar, how it all ended. Devotees, Sri Ram, Raja Ram. We know he returned to Ayodhya Puri after 14 years of exile, coronated, and Ram Raj began. What we are told, it is said, Sri Ram once did Devi Yagya, and he was told that he will conquer Ravan and he will return to Ayodhya successfully. He was told this by Mahashakti. He shall rule for 11,000 years, and then he shall return to his respective abode. So that time was coming close. We are going to pick up the katha from this point where the incident we are going to speak about the night before. Sri Ram had a discussion with Sri Sita, and he told her, "Oh Sita, I want you to, very early in the morning time, dress up yourself as best as possible. All the jewels and everything else. Siriyon ke paharne, yog, sab sundar gahne, man bhai. I want you to dress up yourself like this, excellently." Now Sita wanted to know why. Why should that be so? But Sri Ram smilingly, हंसकर श्री रामचंद्र जी ने कहा कि प्रातः काल तुम्हारे मनोरथ पूरे हो जाएंगे. Early tomorrow morning, you shall realize what I am saying to you, what is going to happen. Now, Sita Mata, she once had this living in the forest with, with Sri Ram, but she wasn't dressed like the sages, etc. But maybe that was always in her mind, to dress like how the wife of the sages would dress. So Sri Ram just mentioned to her, that desire you have shall come to fulfillment. So we always say, careful for what you want, you will really get it. You will really get it. So let's leave that here. Early in the morning time, devotees, the day we are speaking about, that very faithful day, F-A-T-E-F-U-L, faithful day. What happened? प्रात जब जगतपति जागे रमणि याचक जन गावत मुदित लखि मुख पंकज पाश पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरण. प्रातः काल होते ही जब जगतपति लक्ष्मी निवास जागे, तब रघुनाथ जी के मुख कमल का प्रकाश देकर याचक गण आनंदित होकर प्रभु के गुणानुवार गाने लगे. It was the custom in Ayodhya Puri. Sri Ram would be awake very early in the morning time, and very early you would have those celestial musicians, singers, dancers, but more musicians, and others who will come to get Sri Ram's darshan. To begin the day with a positive vibration, getting the darshan of Sri Ram. This particular day was no exception. Sri Ram devotees, he got up very early, as was his custom, and when all those present gazed upon his lotus-like face, they burst spontaneously, I should say, into praise of Sri Ram, Who's Sri Ram? Yugayavatara Shri Raghurama Ram Ram Ram. Everywhere Ram, Hey Ram, Shri Ram, the Lord of all creation. Paramarti Rupa, Ram Brahm Paramarti Rupa, Avigat Alak Anadi Anupa. Devotee, he was standing before them in Ayodhya Puri. Those people were blessed. They recognized him to be that Supreme, the manifestation of that age. Yoga Avatar, Sri Ram, praises on all sides. They began the day with such positive vibrations. Yoga Avatara, Sri Raghurama. Hey Yoga Avatara, Sri Raghurama. Paramaniranjan Kripanidhana Paramaniranjan Kripanidhana Shri Raghurama Janaki Rama Shri Raghurama, He Param Dharma. Rama, Rama, Rama. Sita Rama, Rama, Rama. Yuga Avatara Shri Raghurama Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Ram 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 Sitapati Ram 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 Sitapati Ram 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 Sitapati Ram 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 Sitapati Ram Yuga Avatara Shri Raghurama Rama 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 It's left up to the imagination, devotees, for one to think about the kind of vibrations in Ayodhya early in the morning. Now, remember I've been putting to you that almost everything we do is metaphysical. So the body is Ayodhya. So, think about it, begin the day in this kind of way, with the name of the Lord pounding in the heart, ajap jap, as we say, devotees. This is just for all of us to understand how the day should begin. But this day was something different. Devotees Yagi Valak Munishad Bharadwaj. Now listen. Wonderful vibrations created. As every other day, a state of ecstasy existed. But today proved to be something different.
भरत शेष ऋतु दमनस निहित आये प्रभु जह कृपा प्रणाम रामा कीन्ह प्रणाम माधवी लाई बोले कछु नहीं धीर जय राम श्री रामा जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय सीता राम जय जय राम राम जय जय
शेष रुद्रमन समेता आए प्रभु जह कृपा निकेता. The three younger brothers devotees, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughan, जहाँ प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र जी थे वहाँ आए. They came to where Sri Ramchandra ji was standing there. Now it was in normal practice. What would they do? कीन प्रणाम मात में लाई. उन्होंने पृथ्वी शिर धर कर प्रणाम किया. साष्टांग दंडवत. Saштang Danva devotee, what does it mean? Sa Ashtang, with the 8 limbs lying flat in front of the Lord. Saштang Danva, as we call it. Sa Ashtang, with the 8 limbs, bowing before the king, the eldest brother, Sri Ram, making prostrations to him. In other words, to get his blessings as they would begin. On a normal day, Sri Ram would bless them, Sukraho, whatever it may be. But this particular morning, बोले कछु नहीं श्री Sri Ramchandra ji kuch na bole. Sri Ram did not say anything. He just remained there. They were prostrating. Not a word of blessing, nothing at all, which was not the norm. So you see, devotees, when there's a certain norm that we maintain, and something happens otherwise, then it indicates to us, it intimates to us that something is wrong. Something is going wrong. Something is about to happen. So the action of Sri Ram itself telegraphed to us what is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Something that is not too pleasant. Sri Ram, his normal jovial self, he wasn't in that pleasant form of mind, to smile, to praise, to bless them, etc. Not a single word. Not a single word. Yag Valak Muni said, Bharadwaj, listen.
विलोकी सशंकित अंगरमा बदन विलोकी सशंकित अंग श्रीहत सकल पुष्कर रंग थर थर कांपत कीन्हु भई थर थर कांपत कीन्हु भई जानि न जाय चरितर बुराई चरितर बुराई राम चरितर बुराई जानी न चाय चरितर दुराई वदन विलोकी सशंकत अंगा सिहत सकल पुष्कर रंगा प्रभु का मुख व्याकुल और सब शरीर का रंग विवर्ण कांतिहीन तथा अंग शंकित देकर थर थर कांपत तीनों भाई थर थर कांपने लगे। जानी न जाई चरित्र हुराई श्री श्री रघुनाथ जी का चरित्र जाना नहीं जाता। Devotees, the body of Sri Ram was not in that radiant state. It would be normally beaming like a lotus blossoming. This morning Sri Ram's face was quite pale. The body appeared to be quite drained. Physical signs of something is worrying Sri Ram. There is some stress. That Lord who is never stressed, who will do whatever he has to do. But here this morning, all the years previous, Ram Raj, everything was blissful, Sri Ram joyful, everything else. Today, Sri Ram is looking different. Something is wrong. When the three brothers saw Sri Ram looking in this way, pale and, the body like it lost its luster, everything, something is wrong. They quivered, their body trembled in a sort of fear. What is this? Why is Sri Ram looking like this? What has happened? What has happened? And here Yagyavalkya Muni said, Bharadwaji, no one knows of the Leela of the Lord. Raghunath ji ka charitra jana nahi jata. Nobody knows. We may think we know. Who knows of the Lord? He is avigat, unknown, alak, imperceptible, etc. So whatever meets the eye, we judge by that. But this morning, everyone, especially the three brothers, stressed out. Something is wrong. Sri Ram not speaking. Sri Ram looked quite drained, very, very pale, as we say, body language. तक समुझी सुजानी बोले रूप मनोहर पानी। वचन मोर उर राखम भाता बचन मोर उर राखऊ भाले बना जान गीता जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम ले श्वास तकी समोशी सुजानी. Sri Ram devotees just stood there very silent, not saying anything. They all stood there in silence, hands clasped but body quivering. You could imagine palpitation of the heart. What to expect? What to expect? It was coming. Sri Ram took a deep breath. And we all know, body language, when someone is stressed, the breathing is affected. Yeah? The breathing. When the breath is affected, also the heart becomes affected. So Sri Ram is demonstrating. He paused, he took a deep breath, a sigh, as we say. Then he stopped for a moment to think as if what to say. Now all this is the body language, signifying that something is about to happen. So, a deep sigh, letting out the breath, stop, pause as if he was thinking as to how to put it, what to say. Then Sri Ramchandraji spoke. He now spoke for the first time. Bole Gudha Manohar Bani. He spoke words that were very, very deep meaning, profound. But Manohar, attractive to the mind. Now devotees, when we say attractive to the mind could be attractive with beautiful things, but also be attracted by painful things. So the Manohar Bani doesn't always have to be nice things. The whole idea was the mind was impacted upon. Their minds, everybody's mind, impacted upon. Manohar Bani, but Guru, deep meaning. Meaning that very few could understand the depth of it. Superficial we understand, but the depth, who could understand it? As you will realize. Sri Ram then said, "Oh brother," but he was speaking to Bharat directly. Because you have Sri Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughan. "Hey bhai, मेरा बचन हृदय में धारण करके बचन मोर और राघो भ्राता." Listen to what I have to say to you, brother. Focus upon it. Pay attention to it. Meaning that, don't disobey. Lai banjahu Janki Tata. I want you to take Sita Mata back into the forest and leave her there. So imagine first thing in the morning time. Nobody knows any reason. As far as they know, no quarrels, no friction, whatever. Just like that, out of the blue, as we say. This is where the Guru Bani comes in, the depth. Who could understand it? Why? Why? Devotees, this was the instruction. All Sri Ram said, listen to what I have to say to you, brother. Take Sita Mata into the forest and leave her there. What was Bharat's reaction, devotees? सहनी सुनी भजन करला करे हाथ उपजी उज्ज्वला हसत की सत्य कहत रघुराया असमंजस पुर सुनि खगराया हसत की सत्य कहत रघुराया असमंजस पुर सुनि खगराया जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय रघुराम जय परम धाम जय सुखधामा जय श्री राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम सुखी सहमी सुनी वचन कराला या तीक्ष्ण वचन सुन भाई सहम कर सुख गए. Now devotees, even though Sri Ram spoke in a nice tone, whatever else, but the Manohar Bani impacted, and the depth of it couldn't be understood, but what was the reaction or the effect on Bharat? His body quivered. He paled even more significantly. Bharat did. When he heard these Tikshan Bachan, the sharp words of Sri Ram, Tikshan, very sharp, it's cutting to the inside. That was the intention to cause hurt, of course. But the expectation of Bharat, what is this? How could this be? His body, like a fire, began to burn all over. You know, you have that feeling time and again. Hriday mein jwala utpann hui. Inside, that burning sensation. Something, confusion, something bad is about to happen. What is this? We understand, devotees, I am sure many of us, when something like this were to happen, how we feel. Put yourself in this situation. Yagyavalk Muni Singh Bharadwaji, Kabhushan Singh Garuji. So no. In Bharat mind there was one little doubt. उनके मन में यह दुविधा हुई कि रघुनाथ जी ने हंसी करते हैं या सत्य कहते हैं. Is Sri Ram making a joke? Doubt in Bharat's mind. Sri Ram making a joke or is he speaking the truth? So Bharat was in doubt. Because how could Sri Ram say this first thing in the morning time? Beyond expectation of the devotees. But then the question, would Sri Ram make such a joke first thing in the morning time? But then nobody would want to accept that what he was saying was the truth. Who likes separation? Just like that. Just like that. Bharat devotees, he was in a doubt. Sri Ram is making a joke, though he doesn't believe that. Or is he speaking the truth, which he also doesn't want to believe? What is the situation? भरत आदि व्याकुल अनुज नहीं आवत कही बहन जोरी युगल कर शत्रुहना कहत नीर भरी नैन सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरण. Bharat Adi Vyakul Anuj. Anuj, all the younger brothers together, Bharat, Vyakul. They were disturbed, distressed. Knowing Sri Ram, as I mentioned, he wouldn't be making such a joke. But what kind of truth is this? Devotees, they couldn't understand. No words came out of their mouth. मुंह से कोई वचन नहीं निकला. How could you say something? What could you say under such circumstance? Would you say, Lord, you're making joke or you're serious? They can't talk to the king like that. You have to understand the seriousness of the situation. See? Devotees, in deathly silence, nobody said anything. See Ram standing there, not smiling, understand his whole physiognomy, how he appeared. Then Shatrughan, Hajur, he joined both hands together. Netru Nir Bharkar, eyes filled with tears, tears rolling from his eyes. In a supplicating manner, pleading manner, he spoke to Sri Ram. What did he say? सुने प्रभु भजन हृदय जगत जननी सिय सब जग जगत पिता रामा, जगत पिता प्रभु सब बसी, सकचेतन घन रहसी, कारण कवन रामा, कारण कवन जानकी क्या, कारण कवन जानकी क्या की, मन कर्म वचन पद जय राम श्री राम, सुनो प्रभु वचन हृदय बिलगाना। प्रभु आपका वचन सुनकर हृदय बिथर गया। My mind, my heart is trembling, unstable, feel shattered, so to speak. Prabhu, hearing your words. I reflect, Prabhuji, Jagat Jananisya Sabha Jagajana, that the whole world knows who is Sita. Sita Mata is the mother of the universe. She is the mother of the universe. Jagat Pita Prabhu Saburavasi. And Aap, Jagat ke Pita. You are the father of the universe, Prabhu. Sabke hriday mein baas karne wale. You are the indwell in the hearts of all. Sachet Anand. You are the form of bliss, knowledge, consciousness. Everyone knows this, Prabhuji. So he's building a case here. Mother of all creation, mother of the universe. You are the father of all the universe. You are telling us, take Sita and leave her in the forest. Karan Kavan Janki Tyagi. What is the reason you are discarding Sita? क्या कारण है जो जगत जानकी का त्याग किया प्रभु? क्या कारण? वे तो मन वचन कर्म तप पद अनुरागी. She is devoted to you in mind, word and deed. आपके चरणों की अनुरागिनी है प्रभु जी. He is trying to bring, maybe in his own mind, trying to justify or trying to analyze, crystallize, why is this happening? What is the reason? When Sita is the mother of the universe, Sri Ram is the father, Sita Mata in mind, word and deed devoted to Sri Ram, Pativrata Dharma, to the highest level. This is why he wanted to know, Lord. When I look at all the factors, not saying it but implying it, I can't understand the reason. And not all, Prabhu, Sunu Sarvagya. Oh Lord, you are in know of everything. You know of all things. Sugarbhini Jani. Sita Mata at this point in time, oh Prabhu, is an expectant mother. She is in families where we say she is an expectant mother. So recognizing all this, Prabhuji, look at what is happening. She is the mother of the whole universe. You are the father. You are the indweller in all, everything. She is also pregnant. Lord, telling us to take her to the forest. Ya hasime kaha, ya satya hai. You making joke or you serious? Who would discard a wife under such circumstances? Who is loyal, sincere, devoted, and in this condition also? Who, Prabhu? I can't understand. Are you making a joke, Prabhuji? Or are you serious? You're speaking the truth. Devotees, Sri Ram, he responded. Yagyavalkya Muni said, Bharatwaj, Sri Ram, did he answer the question? Maybe in a roundabout fashion. अनुज सतई आयस मोरजू तार हुताता रही न प्राण तात ममता आयस मोरजू तार हुताता रही न प्राण तात तात पंकज नयन निर्भरी आई दैत्यों के मारने वाले प्रभु, that Lord who destroys so many demonic forces, he relieved the burdens of the earth. That's Sri Ram. How could we describe him, his power, etc.? That Lord, what happened? Kamal netrumi jal bhar aya. Tears flooded his lotus-like eyes. Or Komal Bachan boli. And then he spoke. Shatrughan was very disturbed, so he wouldn't speak harshly to him in very tender tones. But very, very tender tones, yes, but quite menacing. What he's going to say. Hey bhai, जो मेरी आज्ञा उल्लंघन कर दोगे तो मैं अपने शरीर में प्राण नहीं रखूंगा. If you disobey me, O brother, I will not remain in this body any longer. Now he didn't say he will commit suicide, but what he's saying, putting that pressure. Now he's the king, he's the eldest brother. He gave an instruction. If it is not to be followed, then we can think of all wrongdoing devotees. But to my mind, what Sri Ram is telegraphing here, that he is planning to leave the earth, avatar coming to an end. Now, these brothers would not disobey Sri Ram. But why is he saying it? You see, to my mind, you have to analyze these kind of things. The nature of Bharat, Shatrughan, Sri Ram. They wouldn't disobey. They wanted to find out why. They wouldn't disobey. But Sri Ram is telegraphing, if you disobey me, which is unlikely, highly unlikely, I'm not going to remain in this body any longer. And in a broader perspective, I would think that he is intimating to them all, the end is coming. The end is coming. But take it in the person's circumstance, devotees, he said, if you cut across my instruction, O brother, I will not remain in this body any longer. Listen, O bhai, Sri Ram is speaking. Hari bhai chabha dihi balvana hari chabha dihi balvana tum kahta पचन पाली रघु भाई यह मम पचन पाली रघु भाई प्रात जन जहुरी भाई Hey bhai, Arecha Bhavi Balvana. They are very important statement coming from the Lord Himself. And this will be for all of us to understand. Yeah? Narayan ki ichha hunhar balwan hai. Hey bhai, the will of the divine is most supreme. Once we live in this world of duality, this particular system, we think we have power, whatever else, but hunhar balwan. Hari ichha, the will of the divine is most powerful. Now devotees, we can ask, what is the will of the divine? When over and over we keep saying our karmas create everything. Our karmas create everything. So I look at it from two perspectives. One, I create my karmas, and that Lord, He is impartial witness. He makes sure what His will is, Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. You work out your karma. That is one context I'm seeing it as. The other context is, as most of us will think, is what God wants. He could change anything. He could do anything. Yes. But where we are concerned, God just won't do anything because of our karmas. What happened to our karmas? We behave bad, we do negative things. He will just remove these things just like that? No. So it comes under one condition where you unconditionally surrender. If you unconditionally surrender, Sharanagati, as we keep saying, then your karmas are burnt away. Then you become an instrument, and His will supersedes everything else. Is what He wants. Try to understand what I'm saying to you. Now, these things are not easy to understand because we are caught up in a bubble of adyan, ignorance. We take things only one way. Understand what I'm saying. What the Lord wants, we perform our karmas. We have not surrendered to Him. We have to work out our karmas. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. He is impartial witness. So therefore, what He may want first for us to work out our karmas to free ourselves from bondage. That's His wish. But at the other side of it, as we may think that everything happens as per His wish. We may think that is what God wants. He could change anything. And I'm saying yes, but for us is under this condition. If we surrender. Only if we surrender, Sharanagati, then all our karmas are burnt away. And we become like instruments. And He is the player. The harmonium, the day this harmonium play for yourself, I gone. You understand? Most of us think we are the, you ever see the instrument playing for itself? Never happens. But this is what happens now. When we think we are the player of everything else, when we are the instruments, then we have to go through karmas. But if we surrender totally, unconditionally, and not sometimes, not a VAPS approach, genuine surrender, life change, attitudes change, then all the karmas are burnt away. Scriptures tell us that. Then what happens? You become the instrument. Then He plays. He plays how He wants to play. Whatever He plays is His wish. We become that instrument. So I want you to understand carefully what I'm saying to you. Sometimes you do stupidness, we go and behave bad, and things happen bad, but is God want that, yes? How do you know that? You know God? You have to read into these things, devotees. You can't be superficial. Now, I can say with confidence that all of us, whatever happens to us, Narayan Ichha is what? We are working out our karmas. Because none of us are surrendered yet. We haven't surrendered. Only when trouble takes us, oh God, help me. When trouble gone, to go back to bad habit again. You know that and I know that. Understand? So then, whatever happens to us, His ichha, child, learn your lesson. Here's an example. Like what a parent wants for you. You go to school, teacher is teaching you. The test he may give to you, whatever. The outcome, etc., etc., what he wants. He's testing you. But you have to do the test. And if you graduate, you surrender totally, as I said, no longer any tests. You become the instrument. But devotees, inherent in this statement is that, as far as I'm concerned, it says, where you fighting? Either way, you have to face up to whatever. You have to face up to your karmas. You create it. We understand nobody makes anybody happy and nobody makes anybody sad. Your own karmas cause everything. So whatever happens to me is the will of the Lord. He's asked me to work out my karmas. And if I reach to the point where, Lord, I surrender, I'm like a child on your lap. You are like my mother, I am like a child. I have total faith and, confidence. I surrender totally to you in your lap. I have no sense of I. The karmas are burnt away. But all I know that's going to happen so quick. You need to say it. And as I mentioned it, let me mention 6 components of Sharanagati. 1, Scriptures give injunctions. Follow them to the letter. 2, Scriptures give prohibitions. Avoid them totally. But to do that, you have to know what they are. And how are you going to know what they are? You have to listen to Scriptures. This is why listening is so important when you come to yagyas and so on and so forth. You can read yourself also. Try to understand. But if you don't know what the prohibitions are, you don't know what the injunctions are, and you live a life by guess, you put yourself in bondage. Sins of omission, sins of commission. If you carry out injunctions, blessings. You don't, sins of omission. You carry out the prohibitions, sins of commission. Simple. And it depends on us. And nobody gets away. We keep saying that. 3rd, believe in God and none else but God. I have said this countless times. You can't be worshipping Devima or whichever form of divinity, doing a birth and so on and so forth. God, Shiva, Devima, whatever. And no sooner you do that, you're going to check out some Ubiyaman somewhere. You really believe in God? They might sound bad, but this is what people do. You're going to check out a psychic somewhere, but he's God. If you believe in God, you believe in God and none else and nothing else. Those are 4. And the 5th, humility. And the 6th, self-surrender. So I want to point out to you, if you think you surrender, you ain't surrender yet. Are you maintaining these 6 conditions? To the fullest. It's easy to say Sharanagati, not easy to do it. But what I'm saying is that is the solution to life's problems. Unconditional surrender. You don't want to go there, then go through, like top spinning in mud. The choice is ours. But superseding everything is that Lord, His will, whatever He wants. You can't do nonsense, bad karmas and expect to get away. What He wants, Hari Icha, go through the process, learn your lesson. As a parent, what a teacher would want to do. You don't get away. Right? And as I said, you surrender, you don't have to worry about anything. Because you don't worry about any kind of thing otherwise because the Lord is in charge. Hari Icha. So inherent in this statement here, devotees, is the point that there's a reason for everything, oh brother. And who is Narayan? Sri Ram himself. His wish, His Icha. Everything is His will. But in the context, I put it to you. So in this way, He's saying, well, you're fighting. You can't fight it. I'm putting it in my terms. You have to face up to your karma, you can't fight it. You surrender, nothing to fight. You're free. But until then, you face up to everything that comes your way. You know why? Because you created it. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. Newton's 3rd law. Every action has equal opposite reaction. Every cause has an effect concealed, and every effect is cause revealed. Straightforward and simple in this world of duality. Yeah? So, all who believe in a set of foolishness, jump like frogs all over, you're putting yourself in more bondage. One of these days, you're going to end up in a pond, in a well that you can't come out of. Keep jumping all about. Rather than that, stabilize where you are and turn to that Lord. This is the attitude you need to have, devotees. We have spoken of this so many times. Let's get back to the point here. So, Prabhu Sri Ram is saying, hey bhai, Haricha Bhavi Balavana. Blessings and bliss to you always, my brother. Hey Choti bhai, younger brother. Jo hamari aagya mano. If you listen to what I'm saying, Pratah Kal hote hi, early in the morning time. Now this was very early, about 4:30, 4:45. When dawn would break, he would say, Pratah Kal, Janki ko liva jao. Take Janki Mata and into the forest. And not only take her there, leave her there. सुनी प्रभु बचन कठोर, भरत जोरे कर गहन लिया, नातः महिमति भोर, सुनो विनती सर्वज्ञ प्रभु। यह वचन, कठोर वचन सुन भरत जी हाथ जोड़कर बोले, हे सर्वज्ञ प्रभु, हमारी मत तो भोली है, आप हमारी विनती सुनिए। Bharat now, when he heard these biting words of Sri Ram, cutting words, deep bad effect, kathor effect, not because he spoke in a harsh tone, but impact. He joined both hands together and said, "O all-knowing Lord, I am very simple-minded now. हमारी मति तो भोली है, but even so, listen to what I want to say to you, Prabhuji." And he wrote this, going back to the same kind of argument that we put it, Hans Vansh Jagamah Vikhyata, Dashar Pitu Kaushalya Mata. You have come from the Surya Vansh. Now he's going back to lineage. So all different types of arguments being put forward to bring about a change, and logical arguments. So one, you are mother and father of the universe, Sita is an expectant mother. Bharat, you have come from Surya Kul, Surya Vansh, this lineage. Your Jagat, your father, Dasharat, he is our father. Aapke pita, your father. Kaushalya Mata, your mother. Yeah? Prabhu, you are the Lord of the three worlds. Tino Bhuvan ke pati ho. यह बात सब जगत जानता है. The whole world knows of all this, who you are and what you are. And he continued to say, Sita, who is Sita? आपकी सत्य शक्ति तो प्रगट है हे स्वामी. This Sita is who? Your true energy. Shakti manifest. She is the daughter of Janak, going back to lineage, powerful lineage, etc., etc. Devotees, he brought up all these points to remind Sri Ram that look at the kind of family you have come from. Look at the kind of background. These things have never happened within the family. Not saying it, but implying it. Right? So he's saying, and Sita Mata, what is she? Shobha ki khani. She is the fountain of all bliss and blessedness. A Mangal, what she does? A Mangal Rahit. She is without any negativities whatsoever. Or Mangal ki dene wali hai. She brings bliss and happiness. So he's trying to show now the power of Sita. Pativrata Stri, जिसके छाया ग्रहण करे, अर्थात उनकी छाया से भी जो स्त्रियां पतिव्रता धर्म ग्रहण करेंगी, वे संसार रूपी कुएं में नहीं गिरेंगी. Sita Mata is such a pativrata, a loyal, sincere, devoted wife, Prabhu, that if another woman, Sita Mata, shadow fall on that person becomes purified. They attain to the highest level. Such is the power of Sita. You want to discuss such a Sita, Prabhu? So all the argument that, creating the doubts in their mind, not understanding. And he says, Sita ban mein akeli nahi rahengi, Prabhu. आपको छोड़कर जन्मात भी कैसे जिएंगी. सीता माता cannot stay alone in the forest, Prabhu. If you discard her, she will not survive, not even for a moment, Prabhu. हे कृपालो, जल के बिना मीम क्या जी सकती है? Without the water, could the fish live? All kind of argument. Sita Mata, you like the ocean, the water. Sita like the fish. Could she live without you? बिना मेघ के क्या खेती हो सकती है? Without rains, the dark cloud showering, could the crops grow? Good argument, the devotees. Bear it in mind. All these things, it's good to help us as we go through life. The argument being put forward, to circumstances sometimes. Devotees, Bharat in this various ways, he's trying to put to Sri Ram that why are you sending Sita to the forest? Don't do that. But he wouldn't say don't do it. He can't tell Sri Ram what to do. In a roundabout fashion, he's saying, it's beyond understanding, Prabhu. Why do you want to send Sita Mata to the forest? Devotees, when long argument, we won't go into it, time wouldn't allow it. Right? Devotees, Bharat made his arguments, tears in his eyes, Vyakul. Yeah. What to say? So devotees, now what happened? Sri Ram was unmoved. Bharat wouldn't go to take Sita Mata to the forest. Not that he's disobeying Sri Ram, but their love was being tested. It was proven here, undoubtedly, the kind of love they had for Sri Sita Ma, Jagat Janani. Devotees, and so let's summarize. When neither of these two would move forward, then Sri Ram turned to Lakshman. He said, Lakshman, you take Sita Mata to the forest and leave her there. Now remember, Lakshman stayed 14 years in the forest with Sri Ram, and he would dare not in any way disobey Sri Ram. Not that the others would, but they were under a special kind of compulsion of that love and that perfection, etc. Lakshman will be different. Lakshman is the power of concentration. If you analyze metaphysically, see, Sita Mata had the purified intellect. Yeah? Bharat, purified chit, bhakti. Shatrughan, karam yoga. But Lakshman, dhyan yoga, power of concentration. You need to go to a different level. You see, if you take it metaphysically, sometimes you make harsh decisions. This is where you need to go. The bhakti don't come in there, because the bhakti is emotional. It binds you. Karma also binds you. But the power of dhyan, concentration, deep meditative processes, you need to go there. Just putting it to you if you want to analyze it in this perspective. Because in life, very difficult decisions, very hard to make. We know that. Devotees, Lakshman was told, not asked, directly, before Sri Ram told the three of them. Two of them making a little, then he said, Lakshman, directly, take Sri Sita Mata into the forest and leave her there. So this was an instruction that Lakshman got. Lakshman wouldn't cut it across, as much as it hurt him, whatever. But in his mind he was thinking so many things. When Sita was abducted, I was left to take care of her. Marish and Subahu Marish Katana in the forest. Sri Ram left him to guard Sita. And when Marish was shot, he called her, Ha Lakshman, calling away Lakshman. Sita actually sent Lakshman, go and find Sri Ram, go and support your brother. Ravan abducted Sita. You know, when problems in Ayodhya, Lanka, the battle was in progress. I was struck down, Shaktiban. I caused trouble to Sri Ram, pain in pain, adversity in adversity. Devotee began to think all how. And now, me again? I have to go and do this? Huh? I have to go and leave Sita in the forest? Devotees. But he dare not disobey Sri Ram. So that day, the very fateful day in Ayodhya Puri, nobody knew about what's going to take place. The Lakshman devotees, he went to where Sita Mata was, all dressed up as Sri Ram told her, dressed up beautifully, whatever. Then he said, Mother, I have come to take you for an early morning drive, you call it? Yeah, go for a drive, go into the forest, look at jewels of Nitya. Now, Sita Mata, not that she didn't know the devotees, in a deeper sense, she knew everything. All this is part of Shakti's plan also. Remember Tuesday night we read Sita came out of the ocean, out of the earth. Those of you who were here, right? Sita Mata came out of the earth. So something is about to happen. Devotees, so the story goes on. Lakshmanji took Sita Mata, she sat upon the chariot, she was very happy. Her brother-in-law is carrying her for a drive, whatever. And then going into the forest, Sita Mata said, but Bhaiya Lakshman, why are we going to the forest? Where are you taking me? You know? But Lakshman said nothing. You could imagine, you think he could talk? Heart heavy, grief overpowering him. But he had to contain himself to follow the instruction of Sri Ram. And when he reached a very dense part of the forest, devotees, Sita Mata, well, something happened. Lakshman descended, but he fell down, as if he was unconscious. When Sita saw that, Lakshman unconscious, nobody here, I alone, she also fell unconscious. All like part of the Lord's Maya. Lakshman came back to consciousness, and then he heard a voice saying, Lakshman, leave Sita there and return. Leave Sita right there and return. Lakshman devotees, imagine to do that, you have to have guts, man. That's why he's Lakshman. He circumambulated Sita lying on the ground there. That respect he had. Ascended the chariot and returned to Ayodhya Puri. Ayodhya Puri was made aware of the fact that Sita was no longer the queen. She was no longer there. You can imagine pain, distress, what happened there, devotees. But you know, all this took effect because once, it is said, a dhobi, a washerman, his wife left home and she went and she stayed somewhere else for I don't know how long, and she came back home. And this dhobi, he made certain statements to his wife that if you think I am Sri Ram, to allow my wife to stay by somebody else's home for so long, take her back. You're wrong. You're not Sita and I'm not Sri Ram. In other words, with his low level of thinking, he spoke ill of Sita Mata, cast aspersions on Sita Mata's character. Now Sri Ram would have his spies everywhere in Ayodhya. And devotees, everybody, people heard this. And not a single person stood up to say, hey Dhobi, why don't you shut your whatever mouth? You understand? How dare you say such things? Nobody defended Sita. Nobody. And the I keep saying, society is very, very strange. Today they support you, they cry, they don't kill themselves for you, and tomorrow they kill you. How society is. When you depend upon people. You have to learn, you know, devotees. Same people when Sri Ram and Sita went to the forest for the first time, they can't live. Now the same people, they can't open their mouth to defend Sita, who was of unblemished character. See how strange life is? But then, Hariyacha. So people become pawns also in the Lord's game. Because this was the Lord planned, what he planned. So devotees, Lakshman went back, Ayodhya, Puri. Based upon what happened there, Sri Ram took a decision. As a leader, I cannot sit here and people have doubts upon leadership. Now this is leadership, eh? Not like Trinidad and other places, no? You have not only doubts, you have facts, and they won't even move. Shameless. Let me go there. Sri Ram decided, I have to make my sacrifice. The head makes the sacrifice for the body to benefit. As Rama himself, the mouth does all the mastication, but the body is nourished. The head makes all the sacrifices for the body to survive. But in most cases, the head is for himself. They couldn't care less. Talking about leadership, people need to talk about leadership. Leadership is controlling other people in their minds. Self-serving, not serving others. Sri Ram took a decision that Sita, you have to go back to the forest because doubts are cast upon you. He made that decision. That was a catalyst to bring it about. So devotees, Sita in the forest. After some time, she came back to consciousness, and then she realized she was alone. No Lakshman, no chariot, alone in this dense forest. Devotees, distressed. And then, not far away was a river. As the Katha goes, she wanted to go on. You know, what the use of living alone this kind of life? She went to the bank of the river with the thoughts of jumping into it, but that part of the forest, it wasn't by chance she was left there. It was where the great sage Valmiki Muni had his ashram. So the Lord's plan. You don't discard Sita just so. Valmiki's ashram, the great sage Valmiki, nearby. And Valmiki came upon Sita. And then, you know, he approached her, he stopped her from thinking otherwise. He said, come to my ashram and stay, my daughter, come. And devotees, Sita went into the ashram of Valmiki. She stayed there. And there it was she gave birth to twins. 2 sons. Love and Kush. Valmiki Muni gave them names. Love and Kush. Sri Ram continued ruling Ayodhya. Here in the forest, these 2 boys grew up. Very powerful, taught by Valmiki. Scriptures, Ramayana Katha. Ramayana Katha. But up to the point where Sita was sent into the forest. Valmiki didn't remember he was writing Ramayana. Right? He was the original script. He wrote the original script of Ramayana. Tulsidas rewrote Ramayana. Valmiki, as Sri Ram acted the world, he documented everything. And he took it up to this point when Sita was in the forest. Not mentioning about the birth of the 2 sons, because that would have an effect somewhere otherwise. So these 2 boys were brought up most efficiently. Warriors, powerful, spiritual, academic, on all. Valmiki was a great sage. Great sage. So these 2 were brought up in this. After some time, devotees' words reached that Sri Ram was going to perform a yagya, Ashwamedh yagya. And they say when a man is married, if you can't prove his wife is dead, you know, You do a yag, the wife had to sit with you? Your wife had to sit with you, not somebody else's wife. So the vote is, the question was, how would Sri Ram perform this yagya? And Sri Ram got a golden murti made of Sita. Ek nari brat is what he maintained. He made that murti of Sita, and he would do his yag with that murti, Sita on his left. Principle. But before the yag could be completed and so on and so forth, devotees, Love and Kush was sent by Valmiki to Ayodhya. They didn't know that Sri Ram was their father. All they knew there was a king called Sri Ram in Ayodhya, and what happened and so on, and Sita was his consort, not thinking that it was their story. But Valmiki trained them well. And when they went into that Yagshala devotees, nice way they illustrated, they began to question, Sri Ram, you're sitting as a king here, whatever, a whole long story now. But I want to ask one question. You're performing yagya. Where is Sita? Where is your beloved consort Sita? You know if she's alive or dead. How can you perform a yag without Sita if Sita is alive? How could you do that? But devotees, they shake them up. They two Qatar young fellas, they're sharp, Sharp. Devotees, nobody could say anything. They were taken aback. They just returned home. Now that yag was called an Ashwamedh Yagya, where a horse would be released. And this horse would go wherever, followed by an army. If any king believes that he doesn't want to swear allegiance to Sri Ram, holy horse, fight with the army. If you defeat it, you have to swear allegiance. If you defeat the army, then, you don't have to swear allegiance. So here, devotees, this horse was going, and different places, and following, the horse came to the same part of the forest where these two boys were playing about. And they saw the horse and they saw the inscription. Whoever, whatever, holy horse, whatever. They took the horse and they tied it. Now devotees, firstly, Bharat was accompanying that army. And when they saw these two boys, tie the horse, release this horse, devotees in brief, they tried to fight, they were defeated. Bharat was defeated. The army was defeated. They gone back, Lakshman, he was defeated. Shatrughan was defeated. All of them getting defeated one by one. With the army, then Hanuman came, the monkey. When Hanuman came, devotees, these two began to laugh. They said, what kind of army Sri Ram have? Man can't fight this and the monkey now. Monkey could fight. But devotees, Hanuman came without any kind of his attitude, pure. Niruddhaman. And this is important. When your mind is not painted, colored, tainted, you see in reality. When Hanuman stood before these two, what he is seeing? Like the personification of Sri Ram and Lakshman. Yeah. He had one-on-one and he get two. Sita was sent to the forest. She was an expectant mother. Who these two could be? He was sure that these two were the sons of Sri Ram. He bowed to them, never fighting, respecting them to the fullest. And then these two started to laugh. You come to fight or you come to pray, boy? So the whole man tied him up. Tied up Hanuman. Hanuman allowed himself to be tied. Respect for these two boys, the sons of Sri Ram. And then they went to the mother and said, Ma, come and see. We caught a monkey. Sri Ram can't send people again, he sent a monkey. And when Sita came, who she saw? Shankar Swan Keshari Nandan, Pavan Putra Bajrangbali, without whom, what would have happened, devotees? Immediately she untied Hanuman. Hanuman bowed to her mata, he knew. You see, I just point out to you, when the attitude is right, the mind is clear, the intellect is clear, you don't get confused at all. You see in reality. Hanuman was different. This is why we say we worship Hanuman to lift our minds to that level. Hanuman bowed to Sita Mata, and Sita Mata said, Hanuman, don't tell Sri Ram who these two boys are. Leave it. And Hanuman wouldn't go pak, because some of us, we hear something, you hear that? So-and-so, pak, like you come, the news media. You share with the whole world. People mouth can't stay quiet. Like we want to spread news. Like we get a sense of satisfaction. If you do that, you're lacking something, man, believe me. Yeah? You can't say something and stay quiet. Hear something and stay quiet? Nah. Pak. Devotees, Hanuman wasn't like that. Niruddhaman, restrained mind. Say only what you have to say. when you have to say it. Hanuman went back, Prabhu, I was defeated. That's all. And then finally, who had to go? Sri Ram himself. So Sri Ram came with his army. And when he came there, devotees, the horse still tied up there. 2 little boys, trained by Valmiki, a great sage. That Sri Ram army couldn't compete with them. Sri Ram himself came. And there, 2 of them stood against Sri Ram. And devotees, you know, in addition to whatever they told Sri Ram, sort of, you know, verbal insult about where Sita and whatever, here now they say, you know, dialogue took place. But let's shorten it. Hanumanji was there. He went and told Sita, Sita, look what is happening. Sri Ram is going to fight with Sri Lakshman, Lavan Kush. And devotees, they were standing there aiming to fight with each other. Sri Ram on one side, Lavan Kush, because according to the story, Sri Ram did not know that these were his 2 sons. According to the story. When about to fight, Sita came in between. She came in between. And she didn't tell Sri Ram anything. Lavan Kush, her sons. Lavan Kush, stop, don't fight, don't fight. And then they were saying, why shouldn't we fight? He's the one. He's the Sri Ram who sent Sita the first, etc. Devotee, when they began to speak, Sri Ram, I think they might get a slap or 2. Yeah. Right? Because they were saying Sri Ram is Papi Sri Ram, a sinner. And that meant he got this slap or 2. Then they said, he's your father. They came out. Oh, Lavakush, he's Sri Ram, he's your father. Then this is, that father, he could be a father. Papi Sri Ram, they got his slap. Devotees, but at the end of it all, Sri Ram recognized that these were his 2 sons. And you know, he welcomed them. Sage Valmiki, he came there. Everything was right, except what is going to happen now. When Sita Mata saw the 2 sons reconciled, as I shouldn't say reconciled, but they were accepted by Sri Ram, the father. Recognition was here. Then she realized that, you know what? My journey has come to an end. And so she ran away from that spot, running into the forest and crying out, as we say. She came out of the earth. She is Bhumija Putri, crying out, oh mother, please take me back into your lap. And they said the earth cracked open. And there this Singhasan came out again. Sita went into it, on it. And devotees, it went back into the ground. Earth closed. When by the time Sri Ram and Lavan Kush all them reached there, earth closed back, no Sita. Sita's manifestation came to an end. She went back into the earth. Devotees, Sri Ram had to return to Ayodhya. The word spread and everything, but let's to wrap it up now. It is said the avatar was about to come to an end. How did it come to an end? The time came, one day it is said, Jamaraj, the god of death, as they put it, came to have discussion with Sri Ram. Behind closed doors discussion. Sri Ram put Lakshman outside. He said, Lakshman, remain on guard. Don't allow anyone to enter, neither should you enter. Under no circumstances should anyone enter. If this happens at all, it shall be the last day upon earth. And devotees, while discussion taking part, Lakshman guarding, who came? Durvasha, powerful sage. He all part of the plan of devotees. Durvasha, one of the forms of Shiva. The Lord's divine plan. Durvasha came and said, Lakshman, and those kalak with Durvasha, no? You know how some people afraid me? Some do afraid me. Devotees, everybody afraid Durvasha. Power! He said, Lakshman! Lakshman said, Rukwiva, pranam, done what? I want to meet Sri Ram. That's the problem. Could you tell the sage, Sri Ram say you can't meet him till you come back tomorrow? No, you don't tell a sage that. Lakshman in his own head began to analyze. If I don't go, I'm going to get a shrap. Generations will suffer. If I go, it's the last year upon earth, which is the better thing to do. Let it be the last year upon earth. Because I don't want to get a shrap for generations to suffer. And devotees, he entered into that enclosed area. And when Sri Ram saw him, he said, Lakshman, what did I say? Lakshman bowed to Sri Ram and said, Prabhu, Durvasha is here to meet you, but I accept. Lakshman devotees went to the Saryu, and they said, took out all his, he made his preparations, and then he walked into the Saryu, and there's a, he remember he's Anand, Seshnag. They said there was a blinding flash of light, terrible noise. Lakshman was no longer there. He disappeared. Didn't find anybody. He didn't commit suicide. Some quack from India came and said Lakshman committed suicide. All right? I don't want to go into that. Destabilize my own self. Lakshman devotees, he gave up that form, went back to his respective abode. And they said, when the time came, 11,000 years, as Devi promised, Sri Ram, Bharat, Shatrughan, they all came to the bank of the Saryu. And according to what is documented, divine chariots descended. And Sri Ram offered the opportunity to all who would like to go with me bodily to the above regions, feel free. What they did, the four brothers had 2 sons each. The 4 brothers. They subdivided the entire kingdom. Each one got a part to rule over. And then Sri Ram, Bharat and Shatrughan, it is said, bodily ascended, bringing Sri Ram's avatar to an end. Sri Ram didn't die. When God is born, he's not born to die. God can't die. Sri Ram personally, physically, went up to the above regions, bringing an end to Ram Leela in this context. But just remember, Ram Anant, Anant Gunani. Sri Ram is infinite Lord, his glories are infinite. But all goes to show us also, devotees, that no matter who we are, separation is part of life. You have to accept it and go forward. Devotees, Ramayana ended there. I will end here. Okay? So just to bring you to get an idea as to how the Ramayana ended. All right? So, but all the kathas, all in between, everything is very beautiful. But even in this katha, so many lessons to be learned. So devotees, I pray that Bhagavan Sri Ram shower his blessings upon each and every one of you. And may you continue the journey. And remember what I said. Sri Ram symbolizes state of spirituality. Body is Ayodhya. Bring spirituality back. Wake up that inner Sri Ram. Okay? As I said, consecrate, or reconsecrate Sri Ram inside. The child, so he can mature into full-blown spirituality. You do that, you benefit. You fail to do it, you're lost. Boliye Sri Raja Ramachandra ki. Make the preparation for the final Havan. While it's being done, devotees, in a simple way, let's glorify Sri Ram. Ramayana Katha, no? Ram Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manurame Sahasranam Tattuyam Shri Ram Nama Varaname Ram Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Bhaju Ram 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 Siya Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Siya Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Siya Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Siya Ram. धर्म काज पृथ्वी पर आए दशरथ जी के पुत्र कहाए जनकपुरी में शिव धन तोरा सती सिया संग नाता जोड़ा सिया पिया बन राम प्रभु कहलाए सीताराम Ram Ram Siya Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Siya Ram. पिता वचन के पालनहारे राजपाट जीवन को सिधारे विश्वामित्र यज्ञ रखवाले सती अहल्या तारनहारे पंचवटी को बना दिया एक राजा धर्म कथा। भजो राम राम सिया राम, भजो राम राम सिया राम। असुरों को संहार मार कर सेना सहित चली लंका पर। अभिमानी रावण को मारा, सीता को संकट से उबारा। राम राज हो गया देश में, गुन गाए हनुमान। भजो राम राम सिया राम, भजो राम राम सिया राम। राम राम भजो राम राम, राम राम भजो राम। राम राम सिया राम, भजो राम राम सिया राम। भजो राम राम सिया राम, भजो राम राम सिया राम। राम से बड़ा राम का नाम, राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। भजो राम भजो राम, भजो राम भजो राम, भजो राम भजो राम, भजो राम। राम से बड़ा राम का नाम, राम से बड़ा राम का नाम, राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। आदौ रामवतपो वनादिगमनं हत्वा मृगं कांचनं। वैदेहरणं जटायुमरणं सुग्रीव संभाषणं। बाली निर्दलनं समुद्र तरणं लंकापुरी दाहनं। पश्चात् कुंभकर्ण रावण हननं। एतद्धि रामायणम्। ओम रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। श्री सीतारामचंद्राय नमो नमः। बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की। ओम गंगनपतये नमः स्वाहा। गौरी माता स्वाहा, पृथ्वी माता स्वाहा, पंचलोकपाल देवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। सूर्यारि नवग्रह देवाय स्वाहा। ब्रह्मग्नये नमः स्वाहा। ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा। महालक्ष्मी माताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा। ओम श्री ईश्वरी देवी स्वाहा। ओम श्री परमेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा। ओम श्री शीतला देवी स्वाहा। श्री महाअन्नपूर्णा देवी स्वाहा। ओम श्री मंगला देवी स्वाहा। ओम श्री चंदी देवी स्वाहा। ओम श्री मनसा देवी स्वाहा। ओम ह्रीं षष्ठी देव्यै स्वाहा। ओम श्री दश महाविद्या देवी स्वाहा। ओम सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा। सीतारामचंद्रायभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री कुलदेवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा। ओम श्री इतर कर्म प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा। 5 times again। वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा। 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा। Please all stand, devotees. Wash your hands, princess. Ramayana Arati. We concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar, Deen Dayalu, Kripa Sagar. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayobhavaya Cha Namah Sankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Shivaya Cha Shivtaraya Cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Achman Sarva Papaharang Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Cha Maya Dattam Grihitam Purushotamaha
ब्रह्मग्नये नमः आचमनम समर्पयामि। बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की। Begum आरती devotees, Ramayana आरती. All join together. Come for your vibhuti as usual.
आरति श्री
राम सखी प्रभु विधताप निवारण हे विभु अज जलेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलायतनु हरि ओम आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी ओम गच्छ गच्छतुर्श्रेष्ठ स्वस्थानि परमेश्वरं यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तप्त गच्छुतासन ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषामिन्दि वर्षामो हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्नि स्वस्थानि कुन्दं मध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्रदेहि प्रसीद मे ब्रह्मज्ञये नमः ॐ त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरि ओम घर से कहो घर से कहो घर से कहो बोले श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय बोले श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय बोले श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु Blessings, please be seated, devotees.
Sitaram, thank you for joining with us this morning. There are a few reminders before we end. There will be no service on Sunday the 11th, that's next week Sunday. Our Saraswati Jayanti celebrations will be held on the 13th of February, that's Carnival Tuesday, commencing at 9 a.m. All devotees are invited to join us in celebrating in this occasion. Just a reminder to devotees interested in sitting for Hawan on Sunday morning, you can kindly contact Auntie Annie or Auntie Rupati. Religious calendars for 2024 are available and can be purchased from Auntie Annie or Auntie Rupati once again. And there will be chautal practice after service. Please collect your prasad as you leave and have a safe journey back home. Thank you.
Thank you, Savita. And this morning we say blessings to Princess. She performed puja, I think, last week, Friday was her birthday? Friday gone, last week Friday. So she was 69 years of age. She told me the age, so that means she doesn't mind I'm saying it. Okay, so happy birthday to you, belatedly. And you are a fighter, you know that. Keep it going. You know, right now, you know, she's battling with cancer. She's I'm receiving treatment and so on, but she's a fighter. She's doing quite well. And through God's grace, you'll go forward. So keep it going and blessings. And devotees, you know, we have, like, what it was, Thursday was Aditi's birthday. I don't think she's here this morning. No, she's not here this morning. She's Assistant Secretary of Gandhi Work. And Tuesday last was Savita's birthday. A lot of Pisces people. It's not Pisces, it's Aquarius.
All right. It was a good place. I'll better with you people. All right. Blessings to all of you and happy birthday to all of you. And devotees, as you heard, next week Sunday no service. So I may apologize for taking a few minutes extra this morning because I make up for 2 Sunday one time. So no service next week. But I want to remind you also that remember Pandit Adesh and his consort Arti, their Shiv Yag is going to begin on Friday. So we have 3 nights of Shiv Puran. This will be taking place at the Bamboo Settlement Temple, Bamboo Settlement number 2. Right? The temple there. And from Friday to Sunday evening. So we have 3 days of Shiv Puran Katha. You know, Shivratri is coming up. So as I said, from next week, this year will be the starting point and we will continue with Shiva until Shivratri, hopefully. So do join us. You are invited to join us at that yagya. Normal time. The Sunday, though, we'll begin a bit earlier. Right, Pandit Adesh? We'll begin a bit earlier to give people enough time to go home and get ready to go Juve. There are some devotees who like to do that. You got to give them time to balance all sides of life, okay? So devotees, we hope to see you at this year from next week. And I want to say blessings to all of you. And remember, the season that we're in right now, normally things are kind of challenging. And you can imagine now it will be a little worse, you know. So please be very, very careful, everybody. Be on your P's and Q's, be alert wherever you go. Because anything could happen anytime. But if you put the Lord in front, you have protection. Okay? So stay safe, everybody. And we look forward to seeing you. And don't forget, next week Sunday, no service, but Tuesday. Carnival Tuesday morning, Saraswati Jayanti. So we expect you to come out and join together with us in praying. And after you worship Saraswati Ma and cry and beg and so on, go and make last lap. All right? Carnival finish. Okay? And then go and get some. You're getting Vibhuti Tuesday, so you have to go get no Ashit Wednesday. You're getting Tuesday yourself. All right? So we look forward to seeing you. Do join us. Princess, stand up. Sakalpan, Sitaram, you know what to say? Yes, Sitaram. Blessings, Vibhutis. Blessings.